Good morning, everyone. Thursday, 21st of February. 3 above. Beautiful day. Had to sweep a little snow off the truck before I ran the dogs, but hey, I'm not complaining. Just about going to make another video here to tell you I can't make any more videos for a while. I got stuff to do. But something came up as usual, and I wish my editing skills were better. We're going to have to do this the hard way. I'm going to play a real short quote from a movie. See that picture up there? Forrest Gump. Now, it'd be so much easier if I could do this through my video editor, but I can't. And I hope this comes through, so I have to lean forward. And here we go.
You want a chocolate? I could eat about 1.5 million of these. My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Okay, people. I'm going to turn that volume down a little bit so I don't blast you. First thing I noticed, I saw the movie Forrest Gump, and when I searched for this video clip on YouTube, come on, disconnect here. When I first searched for it, I searched under "Life is like a box of chocolates." But if you heard this, if this clip came through with my poor audio reproduction, clearly Tom Hanks is saying, Mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. And I don't remember it that way. In my reality, it was life is like a box of chocolates, which is current tense and I think makes more sense. But that's not the point here. That could be called a Mandela effect, after Nelson Mandela. All right, people. Dave, what's with that RT plus 5? Well, it's not a complex geometric equation, people. RT simply stands for room temperature plus 5. Let's see, what's room temperature? Let's just agree upon 72 degrees plus 5 would be 77, which I think is a very common IQ in the circles I hang with, in public, in the area, and dealing with email responses. Forrest Gump, if you remember the movie, when Mama had to crawl in bed with the principal to get Forrest Gump into the classrooms because his IQ is right around, what, 77, 78? Yeah. In fact, you know how I always say, behind every tree there's a Jew, behind every Jew there's a Freemason, behind every Freemason there's a Catholic Jesuit? I thought about adding a fourth one. Behind every Jesuit is an RT plus 5. Problem is, there ain't enough trees in North Dakota. Okay. There is a guy named Devin Stack who has a channel called Black Pilled. And he does a most excellent job of taking these movies apart. I told you before in past videos, people, when you go to a theater to see a movie, you are going to church. You are walking into a synagogue. You are going to get a religious message. I didn't lie to you. If you want to use Amazon Prime or Netflix, turn your home into a synagogue, have at it. But you are sitting in a synagogue. You are sitting in church, and you are being delivered a message. I'm going to leave a link to Devin Stack's Black Pilled, and I suggest you check out these links. He does, they're long videos, but he does an excellent job. Okay, so why are you picking on the RT plus 5s? The RT plus 5s have two very distinct and common characteristics. One, now this is in my humble opinion, they can never, ever discover the truth. Two, if you point it out to them, they can't comprehend it. They can't see the truth. Is that biblical, Dave? Yes, it is. For they have eyes and can't see, and ears and can't hear. I know what the problem is. It's not applied stupidity. I mean, we all start out ignorant on a wide variety of topics, but then we catch on. I mean, hell, I'm still ignorant on a wide variety of subjects. All right, so what am I picking on these guys for? I was thinking of doing a comprehensive video on the incredible, extraordinary similarities between early 1930s Germany and modern 2019 America. It boggles the mind. You'd never know it until you look into it. The similarities are unbelievable. But I couldn't do it in a short video. Remember, attention span? So I'd have to do a multi-parter or a longer video. Problem with multi-parters is you got to watch the first part to catch up to speed on the second part, and so on. Then I got to thinking, as short as time is, because the weather will break in this godforsaken wasteland very soon, why are you doing it? The RT5s will never get it. You're going to have to listen to their verbal abuse. And usually when I get their verbal abuse, the common response is, hey, you better keep an eye on the TV up there because you're watching them cars go around in a circle and something important might happen. You know, so I don't have to deal with this all the time or through email responses. So they won't get it. The RT5s will never comprehend it. And then I have those subscribers, members, and viewers of these videos that by the time I even start the video, they will have already figured out the ending of it. So why waste my time? Anyway, if you want to look into it, the similarities are mind-boggling. Okay, now we've got JFK and Hitler side by side. Have you lost your mind? No, I haven't. Again, the similarities are mind-boggling. How so, you ask? Both had an inordinate disdain for secret societies. Both battled secret societies. Both paid a dear price for battling secret societies. And keep in mind, people, it's always the winners of the war who get to write the history books. It may not be as you have been taught in your 10th plank fulfilling government school, free education for all, children in government schools. Something to think about. But the similarities between Hitler and JFK are mind-boggling. Now, I've touched upon Masonry before. Masonry is Judaism. But let's make a clarification here, because you might have an uncle, a cousin, a nephew, a brother, a dad, who is a Freemason. Third Lodge brother, Master Mason, some have gone higher, up to 32nd degrees. Masonry is comprised of two groups, people. An outer group called the Exoteric Freemasonry, an inner group called the Esoteric Freemasonry. And it's from this inner group all problems arise, people. It's from this inner group, the outer group, good performers are selected to be inducted into the 33-degree Mason Hall of Fame. And what city in the United States do you think that could be located in? Did you say Washington, D.C.? You got it. Bingo. In fact, do the Google and look at the layout. Look at the roadmap of Washington, D.C. It's so Masonic. If you can't see that, people, you could be one of them RT plus 5s. Okay. So you got your daddy, your brother, cousin, nephew, maybe yourself. And you go up to your brother, whoever this Mason is in your inner circle, and say, cool ring, dude. What's the G stand for? Chances are they're going to lie to you and say, oh, G stands for God. Yeah, but which one? In 1871, the Big Daddy Mason himself, Albert Pike, wrote a book called Morals and Dogma. How important is morals and dogma to Freemasonry? Some people call it the Bible of Freemasonry. And what does he happen to say? Well, you want to talk about the God of Freemasonry? He tells you right on page 321, the G stands for Lucifer, the light bearer. On page 324, let me give you just a quick quote. Quote, a devil, the fallen Lucifer, or light bearer, unquote. Yeah, that's the God of Freemasonry, people. They tell you the truth. They put it out there in front of your face. RT5s can't see it. RT plus 5s can't see it. Well, I'll tell you what. I think them Masons, because it's Judaism, and because they're dealing with me, I think they're lying I think the G stands for something else. And what could that G stand for? Well, Dave, I think it stands for generative organ. What's a generative organ or a regenerative organ on a man? They're talking about the male Johnson people. I'll spell it, I don't want to say it. P-E-N-I-S. Are you trying to tell me these guys are penis worshippers? Solomon said nothing new under the sun. Go back in history, go back to the Sumerians, the Egyptians, the Romans, the Greeks. Yeah, they had a real problem with phallic worship, penis worship. Washington's monument, what does that look like? A 666-foot hard-on? I mean, come on, people. Concealed in plain view. So, you don't blame me, huh? Why don't you ask your brother, cousin, nephew, daddy, and say, hey, what's with that lambskin apron you're always wearing in front of you? You gonna go roast a pig and you don't want to get grease on your pants? That lambskin apron, people, hides Emmanuel. Emmanuel is God with us. Yeah, the generative organ. That's God. Okay, people. Oh, Catholic Jesuits? You're not getting out of this either. I got you too. It's getting nice. Gonna have trouble making these videos. Warning. Don't be surprised if you wake up someday and there's no video. Like yesterday, busy as a bee. Alright, until the next video, you guys have a good day.